about this flood business, and that's why I wanted to get you on the radio now, because the floods that hit our community, Royal Oak right in the center of that, Warren maybe even more. There's some timetables. The clock is ticking on people's rights here to get involved with maybe a little class action opportunity, right? You're working on that.
We are.
What do we need to know?
It's very important that the listeners know that they only have until September 25th to make a claim with their municipality. What this means is that there are certain circumstances where a city or township or a county would be liable for the damage to your house, to all your stuff, when everything came back up through the sewer. And it's going to take years for us to establish who was liable for that and whether they're going to pay. But unfortunately, because the legislature worded it this way, you only have 45 days
From the event itself.
To make a claim. And if you don't make a claim within that 45 days, your rights, they're gone.
And so let's make sure we're clear. Where does someone need to make a claim? How do they make a claim?
They make a claim to their municipality, the city, the township, the county that they live in, whatever their local government is. They have to make that claim. Now, many governments, Royal Oak has it online, Warren has it online. Most governments have already put these forms online. It's a form you have to fill out like any claim that you're making. You need to attach photographs, receipts, be as detailed as possible. But if you don't submit that claim by the 25th of September, then it doesn't matter if the municipality's at fault. You're not going to get compensated for that.
See, these are the kind of details, American Dreamer, you wouldn't necessarily just know that off the top of your head. And that's why we want to bring you professionals to bring you the information that really is power if and only if you apply that information. I've said it 100 times. Knowledge is power if and only if you apply that information. So you want to go ahead, if you were affected by this flood, you want to go ahead and make a claim with the city or township, wherever you live, and that form is going to be available usually online, but if you have trouble finding it online, show up to City Hall, tell them why you're there. They'll certainly get you the form you need to get filled out and signed. And you said documentation like photographs and receipts and so on and so forth, right?
Everything that needs to be documented, just like any insurance claim. And if folks have a problem with the process, they can always call us at the firm.
Yeah.
We'd be more than happy to help them through it.
Yeah, check us out at the MichiganRealTalk.com, MIRealTalk.com, and get in touch with us, and we'll put you in touch with Jim Rasor. And he's putting together a case to really go to fight for the little guy here in this situation, because many of us, even if we had a rider on our insurance policy, that backup drain rider, which most of us probably didn't, we should have, but we didn't, there still could be some liability in a class action suit. If what do you have to, what's the case have to look like? You have to be able to prove something went wrong there, right?
We have to show that the municipality knew that there was a defect and they failed to remedy it. We're hot on the trail of some things that we think occurred in this flood that municipalities and the counties could have done to keep all the sewage from backing up in everybody's basements. So we think that we can prove that they should have done different things and they knew of defects. But the important thing is you only have 45 days to submit this claim. Who would think that you only have 45 days to do something like that? Right. And, this is a thing the legislature put in to protect municipalities. In my mind, though, as a former city commissioner in Royal Oak, when you have 50% of the people in your community affected by something, we're all, just like Americans do, we're going to get together and we're going to help each other and we're going to figure out a way to compensate everybody and make them whole. I don't care if it's a claim you have to make within 45 days or we have to do a special fund or we have to have a ballot issue about it. We have all these residents that are hurting. They've lost all these valuables. They've been living in these houses that are unsafe, filled with water. We really need to work together in order to make sure that everybody walks away from this thing without, the loss, because people can't afford a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 bill. You got people's furnaces and hot water heaters floating around.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say, because you mentioned insurance, we're aware of a bunch of cases, Paul, where insurance companies have denied claims, even though they should have sent an adjuster out, and even though there appears to be coverage. Don't take no for an answer with an insurance company, ever.
Ever. Yeah, every dollar they deny is a dollar of profit for the insurance company. So it's important to have experts on your team pushing back and sometimes fighting back in court if necessary, so you can get in touch with the right dream team of experts, people like Jim Rasor, the Rasor Law Firm in Royal Oak, fighting for the little guy for years and years.